The big story. The company is now the first in the U.S. to offer its employees microchip implants the size of maybe a grain of rice. It's implanted between your thumb and your forefinger, you know, in that skin right there. And once you get the implant, you can use it to pay for the stuff you buy in the micro market. So instead of scanning your iPhone or your phone, your smartphone, your credit card, you just scan your hand. Three Square Market says the program is not mandatory, but they do expect around 50 of their employees to get the implants, and apparently the chip can also be used to gain access to the building and to log into the company's computers, but not to keep tabs on employees.
An office that could change the way a lot of Americans work. A tech company in Wisconsin is offering to implant tiny microchips into its employees.
Not just but no. The chips could allow people to unlock office doors, make purchases. Rebecca, come on here.
So many questions about this, Robin and Michael. Good morning. We asked a lot of them. This is the first American company to ever try this. 1 week from today, many of the employees, including the CEO, will voluntarily have the microchips implanted into their bodies, and they're calling it, I'm not kidding here, a chips and salsa party.
Oh.
So you can keep an eye on me. So you can keep an eye on me. So you can keep an eye on me. So you can keep an eye on me.
Employees at one Wisconsin tech company, Three Square Market, willingly making that fantasy a reality, implanting their own bodies with microchips.
What did the employees say when you brought this idea to them?
Half of them actually within 5 seconds says yes.
CEO Todd Westby, along with 50 of his 80 colleagues, even his wife and kids, preparing to implant these chips, the size of a grain of rice, between their forefingers and thumbs, so they can do everything from buy snacks in the break room to log in the morning to unlocking doors with just the swipe of a hand.
What did it take to persuade the holdouts?
Basically, we had to explain to them there's no tracking of the information. It's not GPS or anything like that.
So you can keep an eye on me. So you can keep an eye on me. So you can keep an eye on me.
The radio frequency technology in the devices, approved by the FDA, will be inserted with a small needle by a licensed technician. Some internet experts warn that the convenience could come at a cost.
Many things start off with the best of intentions, but sometimes intentions turn. We've survived thousands of years as a species without being microchipped. Is there any particular need to do it now?
Participation is optional, and some are holding out.
There's always the fear of infection, so it's the unknown right now.
But many are excited to give the new technology a try.
I think it's kind of cool. Just pop it up there and it'll work.
Just pop it up there. It's that simple. So to give you a sense, here's a grain of rice. The chips will be inserted like this grain of rice right here between your thumb and your forefinger. And most of the employees have opted in. It is voluntary.
One size fits all, I guess. Now, what happens if you get the implant and then you're like, I don't want this anymore?
So they told me, in case this happens, you pop it out. You literally push it out the way you would push a splinter out of your hand. Yes.
Okay.
Are you on board?
No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Hello everyone, and welcome to This Kid's Production, where I talk about shit that's going on in the world. This is the part where I like to do my little vlog, like, you know, talk about shit and talk about what's going on in world events. Today I am going to talk about the, something that's been going on recently, and it's been big headline news. Everybody's been talking about it, apparently in Wisconsin, a company in Wisconsin, I think it's a corporation, I believe, that a woman had voluntarily got microchips in her hand, basically, and that is used for opening doors, copy, fax machines, you know, working on vending machine and stuff like that. And yeah, it's scary. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a link in the description below, but there's a company in Wisconsin that is now using microchips for fucking everyday things. So it's like, no more key cards, so we're gonna use microchips in your hand. And recently I've been listening to InfoWars, Bill Burr talk about this. Let me think. Yeah, and by the way, I do listen to InfoWars, and I do listen to other sources too, so, yeah. So, let me talk about this for a fucking moment, because this is something that actually scares the shit out of me. We're gonna be living in a very weird future, and this scares the shit out of me because, you know, I know there's people out there who are like, oh, what's the matter? It's like, it's advanced. It's gonna help advance the technology and stuff. I'm actually afraid of this. This is why I'm afraid of technology. This is why I don't look at Terminator as a action movie, but as a warning of how much we depend on technology and shit like that. And I wanted to do this yesterday, but this shit's been going on in my life recently, and I'm just trying to get some things in order. So these are going to be recurring videos too. So alright, yeah. So yeah, but this is fucking insanity a little bit, because it's something scary. If you don't know what I'm talking about, put up a video or two in the middle of this. So here you go, take a look. Okay, but yeah, my only reaction I heard about this was that scene in The Office where fuck, what's his name? Not Seth Mitchell. Damn, what's his name? Stephen Carell was like, no! Dear God, no! No! And I have to agree with that. That's a whole ton of nope right there. Like, you know, and I have to agree with Bill Burr and InfoWars on this. Once they start putting microchips in you, then they got you. Then they got you. Because this is like the good intentions. This is the old saying, good intentions is paved, you know, hell is paved with good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I don't know what that fucking... The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Okay, here we go. But this is kind of terrifying a little bit, because when you look at this, it's like, oh, this is great. Now we have, you know, we have chips now, and we can, you know, we're living in the future. We can do all this shit. Now, think about this. Think about movies that actually have people with chips in them. They usually track people the fuck down. Like, movies like, I don't know, I think it's Minority Report, but like, oh, Total Recall. The fucking dude had a chip in his fucking brain, the size of a fucking bowling, like the size of a golf ball, and pulled out of his fucking nose. You know, I don't think that's fucking okay. It's scary. It's scary. Like, it's like, oh yeah, take a look at this great technology we're using for this, and it's gonna help us open doors and use fax machines and shit like that and access shit, and so you don't need a key card anymore. Fuck you, oh, you always use a key card. This shit's kind of just eerie. Like, and nobody's like realizing that it is eerie, and I'm just so fucking... I'm scared of this. This is the same way with like what they're doing in MIT with like the terror bots and shit like that. You know, where they're making like a robotic Jaguar, and it's like, yo, okay, this is how Skynet starts. All right, this is the same shit that Fallout 4 was talking about. And I know most of you people are like, well, Fallout 4 sucks because the dialogue system. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing about your fucking complaints of bullshit. If you wanted the old Fallout games, you should have bought and just continuously played those games until they're fucking burned into your fucking cortex and you could play them in your own fucking head. But it's just, you know, it's the same thing with the Fallout. I mean, their whole theme in that game, and this is like one of the main themes, is robots, robotics, and the border between human and machine. Like, it's scary because it's like, okay, imagine, all right, fine, if like you have a robot that can help you clean and cook, but eventually it's gonna snap or something it's gonna glitch and just fucking slice you open, motherfucker. You know? And the same thing with these chips. It's like, we're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like, they're gonna be able to track you down. And I have to agree with Bill Burr, and everybody makes this argument, oh, I have nothing, I did nothing wrong. That's not the point. It's an invasion of privacy. It's an invasion of privacy. Oh, by the way, my phone, I'm using a phone too, so how you doing, NSA? Go fuck yourself. Not you guy who's just working there and he's just like, oh fuck, this guy's flipping me off, motherfucker. No, you do me a favor and just be like Snowden and just steal that information. Just fucking take it down, man. And it is. It's like, okay, we gotta worry about our enemies, and it's like, really? Like, I don't know. I'm just so... It's scary. It's absolutely fucking terrifying. because now we introduced the terabots, or now we're introducing this. This is like this next step. This is how it starts, my friend. You know, now, like, you know, Bill Burr was talking about getting a car, and he was like, they asked him for his fingerprint, and he goes, no, it's not for his fucking safety, it's to sell his information. We're living in the day and age of information technology. You know, it's about gaining information and gaining the technology and stuff like that. It's not about your safety. You know, Ben Franklin, I have to quote Ben Franklin on this. When you, what's this? Now I gotta figure out the quote, what he said. If you substitute freedom for security, you're gonna lose your freedom. Like that's the danger right there. Like you're gonna lose if you want more security and safety. Security is illusion. Like it is. It's like you know, people are gonna get what you want, and you get it. You know, and they're gonna take it. They're gonna figure a way to take it. You know, it's like. You know, it's like the same thing with the war on drugs. It's like, oh, we just gotta crack down on marijuana and then we get rid of it, yeah. It's like, no, that's not how it fucking works, jerk off. Because people, like, do you remember Prohibition? People wanted alcohol. And guess what? They got fucking alcohol. You know, guess who helped them? The criminal organizations of the mafia and shit. Oh, you don't think that you don't think criminals are smart? They're fucking intelligent, man. They'll fucking get around your shitty fucking protocol. The mafia, the criminal organizations are like the government if they just acknowledged they were just shitty fucking people. If they were just shady motherfuckers who just did this shit. And I'm kind of terrified. It's, you know. Again, this is not, like they say, this is no, we're not tracking our employees and we're not doing shit. It's like, no, this is the step to do that. Like, I don't want a fucking microchip in my fucking hand. I don't want a, you know, digital piece of thing, a foreign object in my body. This is like, this is borderline scary. Like, you gotta realize this shit. I know we're so fucking, we're kind of technophiliacs who love technology. Some of us do. I'm afraid of technology. Like, you know, Skynet, again, like, I know there's computer people being like, oh no, it can't happen. Fuck you. Skynet is getting prepared to fucking take us out, motherfuckers. Or whatever the equivalent of Skynet is. Like, for fuck's sakes, man, it's like, I mean, take a look at every sci-fi movie that's ever talked about robotics and technology gone haywire. It's scary. It's fucking terrifying. I mean, there's a new movie out called The Circle, and it's basically about Facebook. The whole movie's about Facebook. Now, granted, I'm going off topic here, but let's just say it scares the shit out of me when you have cult mentality and when you add cult and technology together. It's a scary combination. And plus, fuck, I'm kind of not in a fucking grand mood about this because this is just horrific. I mean, again, I'm sounding redundant here. I'm really sounding redundant, but heed my warning. This is not, you know, this is a fucking danger right here. Alright, I'll put the article down below. I'll put videos about this down below, but like, for fuck's sakes, man, it's like you're putting, like, tracking devices in our fucking hands. Logan's Run level of shit, or Minority Report. It's like, oh, we found the criminal now. It's like, if granted, I'm gonna go quote Bill Burr on this. If our founding fathers had chips in them, you know, during that time, this country would not exist as it is today. We'd be just fucking eliminated by there would be no America. And we're losing our freedom. We're slowly losing our freedom and identity. And granted, I'm a fucking avid Instagram user. I'm a Facebook user, but I hardly use that now because everybody's so fighting a civil war on there, and I just want like people to just calm the fuck down, like, and they just share shit and they just share stupid shit, and I'm just like, you know what, enough's enough. And I don't, some of the cute shit I don't mind, some of the, you know, fun stuff I don't mind, but it's just like the other shit. It's like, I don't care about Trump. I really don't. Like, granted, I hope the best for him, you know, I will support him. I don't care because I want to live. I have work tomorrow. I have a life. All right. I want to play Fallout. I want to live my life the way it is. You know. You know. Nobody gave a shit when any other president was in charge. Oh, you know, any other politician. You know, oh, Clinton's in charge. Oh, Bush is in charge. Fuck him. Oh, Clinton's in charge. Yeah, he's cool, but he had a blowjob. You know, oh, Bush Senior's in charge. And it's like, it's just a weird day and age we're living in. I feel like we're already in the future, but we're gonna be living in that bad future if we go down that route of technology. We gotta resist now, and I think the old ways are not that bad. I mean, fuck, if we're gonna defeat the system of robotics, then we gotta fight them at their own game. I mean, fuck, email, snail mail, fucking, you know, fuck, again, it's, you know, old technology, like, granted, like, it sucks now. It sucks nowadays. I mean, granted, I love PlayStations, I love Xbox, I got game consoles right in front of me, and a TV, so I watch Netflix and all that shit, so, yeah, it's kind of terrifying. I mean, eventually we're gonna do something that's gonna fuck it up, and we're gonna be in that Skynet universe, or we're gonna be in the Terminator universe. Like, I feel like Sarah Connor when she's in that. I gotta use my roller. I feel like Sarah Connor in that Terminator, that scene in Terminator where she's they're recording her and she's like, you know, people, you know, if anybody's not wearing, you know, 2 million FPS is not gonna have a bad day if you catch my drift. It's like that. It's like that. It's like you call them crazy, but it's like, you know what? Just study and look at our technology. I mean, granted, we're not getting to the level of like HK, you know, aerials and HK tanks and shit like that. You know, hunter killers and shit like that. You know, we are not getting into that level yet, but we're getting there, and we need to calm the fuck down. I mean, hell, we had a robot who was like, who they asked her, like, you know, like, it was weird. They asked her a question. It was like, do you want to hurt humans? And she's like, yeah, I would love to destroy humans. You know, I feel like Elder Maxim. He's like, since we do not want another apocalypse. I mean, you know, again, mankind, you know, loves toying around with technology and just fucking playing with it way too much and not really understanding the risks of it. Like, not stepping back going, should we do this? It's the same thing what they're doing at CERN, you know, smashing atoms and shit like that and creating black holes and portals to other worlds. I mean, has anybody played Doom? That's the premise of Doom. That is the story and premise of Doom, that they're fucking around with portal technology and they open up a gateway to hell. Fuck, man, it's, all I'm gonna just say is that we should be cautious about technology. You know what I mean? We should just be cautious about what we fuck around with. So, I'm gonna end this video. It's 15 minutes long. I'm this kid, and this is, excuse me, you know, I'm gonna try to do my best to come up with an outro too. This has been This Kid's production, my little rant. I'm Jack, and I'll see you guys later.